Okay, what sounds go into a beat? Now we're going to start by making what we call the world's most simple drum beat. Okay, this is going to be no thrills. So there can be anything in a drum beat. You know, you can use spoons clanking together, you can use hitting on your desk, any percussive sound like that. One of the most famous producers right now, Dead Mouse, talks about using farts for to take the place of snares. You can do that if you want to. Um, we're not going to do that here though. Uh, we're going to use the three most basic things to build our first beat. Okay, and the three most basic things that any beat needs is a kick, a snare, and a hi-hat. Okay, those three things. So I basically have kick, snares, and hi-hats here, but I'm going to erase them because all three of these things I pulled from this loop. So let's get rid of those. I'm going to unsolo this loop and then I'm going to mute it because I don't want to hear that. So I'm going to search through my library of stuff and find some sounds. So I'm just going to search for kick. That one's cool. I'm going to go with that one. So I'm going to put a kick on my timeline. I'm going to put that on my kick track. Okay, now you probably don't have a big library of sounds like this. This is a great opportunity to head over to a website like freesound.org. I've mentioned this before. I love this website. You can find millions of things for totally free, royalty free, download all day long. Let's look for a snare. As what typically happens, if I'm searching through like hundreds of snares, like one of the first ones I just heard was the one that I want. That one. I want something that's got a little bit of a clap to it, only because, I don't know, that's kind of what I'm feeling like right now. Okay, so here's our snare. Now let's find a hi-hat. I'm going to search for hat. Now, one thing you'll notice here is that a lot of these hats are little loops, and I don't want a loop right now. I just want a single hit. We sometimes call these one-shots, like just a one shot of a hi-hat hit, like that. That's a one shot. That's what I'm looking for, although I don't like that one. Okay, I'm gonna go way back up here. That one's nice and thin. We'll go with that. Okay, so here are my three sounds. Kick, snare, snare. That's not a snare. Let's rename that to hi-hat. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is shorten these sounds. You see how there's a lot of empty sound at the end of these? I want to shorten these to be roughly a quarter note long. So I can grab the ends of the clip and push it in, or I can just highlight here, delete, and then delete all this extra stuff. If that's still ringing, I can draw a little fade out on it just to make sure it's not still making sound. Okay, the hi-hat I might want even shorter, but we'll see once we start building our beat. Okay, so those are the three most basic sounds that we need for a beat. We can add in all kinds of stuff later, but this will get us off the ground. Okay, so let's go in and start talking about the elements.